chose. I've seen it all in the people around me, from the good to the bad and ugly, to victims of their circumstances. In every man there is good and bad, yet if his conscience guides his heart, he plays a part in a beautiful world. But those in position, like the politician, have more to answer for. They control the nation and their decisions could make us rich or poor. So when our leaders are wealthy, but we cannot make ends meet, it is clear that their choice is selfish, and to hell with everybody. That's not who I aim to be. I could have been bad, I chose to be good. I could have been bad, 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 I chose to be good. I could have been bad, I chose to be good. I could have been bad, 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 I chose to be good. Everybody sing, whoa, whoa. Let me hear you sing, whoa, whoa. Well, in this life, no man is perfect. Morals and principles he may neglect. There may be time to get back on track. But when a man on top with power can't elevate his people under, there comes a time they must react.
JD, I'm going to have to take you back right after the morning's announcements. Somewhere a little after 7:40 this morning. Definitely will be taking you all the way from the top before Calypso moments. JD, choose to be good. Time check at 7 o'clock right here on your nation station, DBS Radio. It's time to bring you the morning news.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Miss Dominica Tanisha Balsar has been crowned new Miss OACS. She won the OACS Queen pageant at Windsor Park Stadium on Friday night. Other news this morning: 6 former Calypso monarchs and 7 women battle this evening on Calypso semi-finals night. And news from the region this morning: Barbados secures top Caribbean passport spot for the 11th consecutive year. Details of the morning news right after this.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Miss Dominica Tanisha Balsar has been crowned the new Miss OACS. She won the OACS Queen pageant at Windsor Park Stadium on Friday night. She defeated Miss Antigua's Kia Kerwan into second place, while Miss Anguilla Ariel Boucher placed third. Dominica Tanisha Balsar won awards for Best in Creative National Wear, Best Creative National Wear, Best Performing Talent, and Miss Evening Wear. Antigua and Barbuda's Kia Kerwan received awards for Miss Amity, Best in Swimwear, and Best in Evening Wear. Anguilla's Ariel Boucher took awards for Best Swimwear, Best Response to Question, and Best Promotional Video. Miss OACS Tanisha Balsar spoke to DBS News.
Going up for the competition, you go into it wanting to win, but I honestly didn't expect this win. Backstage, for me, I didn't feel like myself. I was very, very, very nervous. I had a panic attack. But it seems when I go on the stage, I'm a totally different person. So I put my best performance on the stage, and the results showed. I believe my personality and the fact that I'm not new to the stage. I have been performing on the stage at a very young age for dance, performing on big stages like the World Korean Music Festival. So just my personality and the way that I express myself on the stage, I believe. It means I can achieve anything I put my mind to. I still continue to have self-doubts in myself, and I keep proving myself wrong every single time. And I am very happy to have won the Miss OECS crown and keep Dominica in the Miss OECS pageants for the second time, and I am very happy to make my country proud. Of course, I would like to continue promoting my platform, which is holistic development for the arts. And as Miss Dominica, I was able to accomplish a few of them, and winning the Miss OECS pageant gives me the opportunity to continue. So I would like to say pageants like this really brings us as OECS countries together, and we should continue investing in pageants like this, and of course our young women, because they have so much to put out there. They have beautiful platforms that they would like to advocate for. And pageants like this, like I said, is not just a pageant, it's an opportunity for the OECS to come together and show its strength.
And that's the Miss OECS Tanisha Balsor. Let's again look at the award she received last night. She won awards for Best in Creative National Wear, Best Creative National Wear, Best Performing Talent, and Best Evening Wear. Of course, we told you that Antigua's Kia Kerwan, she received awards for Miss Amity, Best in Swimwear, and Best in Evening Wear. Anguilla's Ariel Boucher took awards for Best Swimwear, Best Response to Question, and Best Promotional Video. The first runner-up, Antigua and Barbuda's Kia Kerwan.
The competition was phenomenal. I would just love to say thank you to the girls who have shown their passion to the audience and showed their dedication to the world of pageantry. It is not an easy task. And so for myself and to the other delegates and the newly crowned Miss OECS, I want to say congratulations and wishing her the very best on her reign. It means more than just walking away with the crown, because I'm a firm believer of there's a crown on my head when there isn't, and so I walk with that. I walk with grace under pressure, and always remember that with God all things are great. I had an amazing time here, so thank you to the beautiful people of 767, and I shall return.
And that's the first runners-up at the Miss OECS pageant. Antigua and Barbuda's Kia Kerwan. Krishna Rabes is a member of the OECS Queen Show Organizing Committee.
The OECS competition, of course, was a huge success. I think that the production was really tight, starting a show just a little after 8 and ending at midnight. It's really, really great for us in terms of production. The girls put on a splendid show tonight. It was very hard to tell who actually would emerge winner just by looking at the show. So the judges had a tough job tonight. Unfortunately, the turnout tonight was very, very poor. We got lovely weather as opposed to last year. So last year we would have said perhaps it was the weather, but this year it's not raining and the turnout was poor. I'm not sure what can be done to improve that next year, but that is certainly something we need to look at in the upcoming year. From 2021, I believe, we've been hosting that pageant right here in Dominica. After 23 or so years hiatus, we've been hosting this show. So of course the organizing committee is based in Dominica and will continue to host the show in Dominica. Let me take the opportunity to congratulate the reigning Miss OECS, Miss Tanisha Balson from Dominica, as well as the other contestants, Miss Kia Kerwan from Antigua and Miss Ariel Boucher from Anguilla. All of the girls did a wonderful job, and we'd just like to thank them for supporting our event and thank them for being here in Dominica with us. We wish them well in their future endeavors.
And that's Krishna Rabes of the OECS Queen Show Organizing Committee. Dominica's Kiana Dyer won last year's OECS title. Well, let's move to Calypso now, because 6 former Calypso monarchs and 7 women battled this evening on Calypso semifinals night. The Calypso semifinals go to the Windsor Park Stadium for the very first time. The top 9 will be chosen from 20 who are performing this evening.
Another big show, another presentation of the Dominica Calypso Association. This time is the Calypso semifinals, a show that comprises of the remaining 20 top Calypsonians from Dominica, fighting to make 9 spots to go to the finals to meet Monarch Joy. A very competitive show where more than half the Calypsonians will be eliminated. 20 to choose 9. And the positions are number 1, Sandy. 2, Mystery. 3, Sai. 4, Lady S. 5, Royet. 6, Checo. 7, Trendsetter. 8, Checker. 9, Reds. 10, Tasha P. Number 11, The Observer. 12, Calfa P. 13, Mighty D. 14, The Bob. 15, JD. 16, The Web. 17, Abia Israel. 18, Nashel. 19, Daddy Chess. 20, Caressa. Then we'll be entertained by our reigning monarch, Joy, and Booyah sensation, Kwandan. I'm urging everyone to be down at the stadium, the Windsor Park Stadium, on Saturday the 31st of January to witness a spectacle, the Calypso semi-finals, one step away from the Calypso finals.
And that's the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Calypso Association, Peter Later. DBS will be there just around 8 o'clock to bring the proceedings live tonight from Windsor Park Stadium. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says government has made significant investments in the advancement of sports in Dominica. His comments came as the Trafalgar basketball facility, which cost over $1 million and funded under the Basic Needs Trust Fund, was officially commissioned on Friday. Mr. Skerrit says facilities like these are not only for sports, but also serve to promote wellness within the community.
But the record will show that this government has been a major champion for youth and sports development in Dominica. You have seen over the country the kind of investments we've made in sports facilities, ensuring that as far as practically possible, that we have the facilities that are required to enhance our sporting prowess and our innate sporting skills, but also as part of our wellness focus and consideration. These facilities are not only for playing basketball or having competitions. I would like to see the men and women come here and the young boys and young girls come here to exercise, to run from one end of the court to another, to do some jumping jacks and to burn some calories and to enhance your mental and your physical well-being. Because sports and physical activity are important for well-being. To manage, if you have diabetes, to manage diabetes. Because if you have diabetes, you must exercise. If you have hypertension, you must exercise, and to enhance your wellness. So I would like to encourage us to make use of it. I would like to come here and see the 70-year-olds and the 50-year-olds and the 60-year-olds and the 3-year-olds and the 5-year-olds using this facility to exercise and to enhance our well-being.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit speaking in Trafalgar yesterday. Meantime, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley, Dr. Irvin McIntyre, says sports has united the community over the years.
Trafalgar has always been a vibrant sporting community. This court has seen generations of young men and women develop athletic skills, discipline, teamwork, leadership, and confidence. This village has been home to one of the biggest and most popular basketball tournaments on the island. Sports have always had the power to unite this community across age, background, and circumstances. And we must also recognize the broader role that sports plays in national and community development. It promotes healthy living, builds character, fosters social cohesion, and creates positive pathways for our young people to recreate. Facilities like this one create real opportunities. They allow for structured training and organized competitions. They make it easier to identify and nurture emerging talent. They provide space for mentorship, guidance, and positive role modeling. Most importantly, they allow us to better support our young athletes.
And that's the Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. Irvin McIntyre. Well, let's go to St. Joseph now because there's carnival happening in St. Joseph. Representative of the St. Joseph Events Committee, Winisha Sanderson, says the 2026 St. Joe Village Carnival will celebrate the vibrant and creative aspects of Dominica's carnival traditions. The event will take place today from 2 o'clock. The carnival will also feature bands from both St. Joseph and Roseau.
This year's theme, Drumming and Sensei 2026, celebrates our African heritage, rhythm, and the traditional cultural elements that continue to define Carnival in St. Joseph. Patrons can expect a strong cultural showcase, vibrant costumes, and high-energy performances. The parade will assemble from 1:30 p.m. and begin promptly at 2 p.m., starting near V's Enterprise on the St. Joseph Highway, passing through Otrobando, and concluding near the St. Joseph playing field. This year's parade will feature several groups, including the St. Joseph Flag Wavers, GEMS, T-shirt bands locally, such as LOM, Lacqua, 303, and Go Fast. We will also have the NBD Flag Wavers, Afroculture, and Newtown Stills-Walkers, Bacchanal Ladies, Carifuna Group, Lapokabi groups, and our very own the St. Joseph Sensei. The St. Joseph Sensei Committee is working tirelessly to provide the original Sensei costumes. That means no plastic or bags, fully cloth, heavy-duty stuff. The carnival will conclude with live performances by Triple K Band and Shelley and the Signal Band, with more acts to be announced. We continue to work closely with the police, fire service, and key stakeholders to ensure a safe, organized, and violence-free village carnival. We invite the public to join us, celebrate responsibly, and experience the St. Joseph Village Carnival 2026.
And that's representative of the St. Joseph Events Committee, Winisha Sanderson. La Plaine will have its opening of Carnival on Sunday. The management of the Kulibistri Primary School is asking the public to support its fundraising activity this morning from 10 o'clock. The management of the Kulibistri School says it needs a stove, fridge, and freezer to support its feeding program.
The Kulibistri Primary School, in collaboration with the PTA committee, present Barbecue and Chill fundraiser. Come out and support our school. Join us for a fun-filled barbecue and chill fundraiser with tasty food, good music, and happy vibes for everyone. The place to be is the Kulibistri Highway this Saturday, 31st January 2026 at 10 a.m. Come and support the school. Enjoy tasty food, good music, and happy vibes.
Well, let's encourage you to support the primary school in Kulibistri as they have their fundraising activity this morning at 10 o'clock. We hope you can at least take a drive to Kulibistri to assist the school. Finally, this morning in the news, Barbados has again been crowned the holder of the strongest passport in the Caribbean. According to the newly released Henley Passport Index 2026, the nation has maintained its regional lead for the 11th year in a row. It places Barbados ahead of all other Caribbean nations in terms of global travel mobility. The Barbadian passport currently ranks 19th globally, granting citizens visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 162 destinations. That too is a look at the DBS Major Morning News. Don't go away. The Sports Bulletin comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Mars Dominic 2026 starts with your NBD credit card.
Swipe and win.
Hey!
Swipe and win.
Just swipe and win.
It's swipe, we swipe.
Use your NBD credit card or sign up for a new credit card and jump right in to win up to $2,500.
Swipe and win.
Visit nbddominica.com for more details. Promotion ends February 20, 2026. Terms and conditions apply.
Swipe and win. It's swipe, we swipe in.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with some news that the national women's under-17 team ended its campaign in Nicaragua without a point and without scoring a single goal as they suffered their fourth defeat of the tournament, losing to the U.S. Virgin Islands last night. The Dominican ladies, they were on the back foot early, conceding 2 goals within the first 7 minutes of the game. While Dominica did not concede any more goals in the match, they only managed 2 shots on target and could not get back into the game. Dominica lost 2-0 to end their run in the tournament with defeats to the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Belize, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Let's stay with football news. 3 overseas-based players have been included in the national under-17 men's football team as Dominica gets set for the CONCACAF under-17 qualifiers in Panama. The team will leave Ireland today for the games. The team includes U.S.-based Houston Dynamo FC midfielder Peyton James and U.S.-based Sports Paradise FC forward Jamal Alexis. Also included in the team is Marigalard-based Union Sportive Grand FC defender Mehdi Zamor. The full team is goalkeepers Aiden Burton, Dracoy Alexander, and Edric Augustine. The defenders Asaf Banis, Elon Pascal, Kerwan Harris, Javon Hamilton, and Mehdi Zamor. The midfielders Caleb Dangleben, Kalik Privo, Che Etienne, Dwight Walsh, Ian Oscar, Peyton James, Jan Lockhart, Mario Luis, Shekwan Gustav, and Neron Abraham. And the forwards, Jamal Alexis, Roxon Kopel, and Taran George. The national under-17 team is being coached by the former national player, Euclid Bertrand. Wayne George will serve as assistant coach. Owen Oscar is the goalkeeper coach. Enoch Lee, team trainer, and Elijah Popo, team medic. The team is being managed by Michael Joseph. Dominica has been grouped with Panama, Nicaragua, and Anguilla. Dominica will play its first game on the 5th of February against Panama. Minister for Community Development Greta Roberts has underscored the vital role of sports in fostering unity, healthy lifestyles, and positive youth development as a newly completed sports facility in Trafalgar was officially unveiled under the Basic Needs Trust Fund 10 project on Friday. Addressing residents and stakeholders at the ceremony, the minister described sports as a powerful social catalyst that brings people together across communities and generations.
Sports, as we all know, is a catalyst for unity. It tends to bring community and people together. So it is our hope that this facility will become a sanctuary where our young men and women will find a space to hone their skills, build character, forge lasting friendships, and foster healthy lifestyles. As you are all aware, the Prime Minister and this government have been unwavering in the fight against non-communicable diseases. In light of this facility will serve as a safe place for regular physical activity, a cornerstone of NCD prevention. As a ministry, I want to reaffirm our commitment to creating such inclusive spaces that nurture the physical and mental well-being of our youth across every community.
The Community Development Minister further stressed that the long-term impact of the facility depends on community ownership and responsibility.
I wish to remind you, the residents of Trafalgar and the Roseau Valley, that the true success of this facility depends on your collective stewardship. I implore you to take full ownership of this court and be vigilant guardians against vandalism and neglect. Together, let us work to build a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Dominica.
And that's the Minister for Community Development, Greta Roberts. The basketball facility was renovated at a cost of over $1 million. Malachi John scored a hat-trick to pilot the St. Mary's Academy to a 6-0 win over the Northeast Comprehensive School in the Sports Division Under 14 football tournament at Newtown. Jadon Jacob netted a brace and Serge Campbell added one. St. Mary's Academy winning by 6-0. Elsewhere, the Portsmouth Secondary School also had a 6-0 win. They defeated Cassibro Secondary School with 2 goals each from Dervan Dupy, Kai Ferrell, and Victor. And the Dominica Grammar School and the Pierchild Secondary School played to a 0-0 draw. We can also bring you some netball news. 4 matches took place in the secondary school's netball championships at the forecourt of the Windsor Park Sports Stadium in the under-16 division. Pierchild Secondary School edged out Cassibro Secondary School 6-5. Shooting for Pierchild Secondary School, Kiana Healy had 4 goals. She scored 4 from 9 attempts. And Alenel Matthew had 2 goals from 3 tries. Shooting for Cassibro Secondary School, Leon Augustine had 3 goals from 10 attempts. Adisha Mingo and Tyra Bellot contributed 1 each. In the other under-16 encounter, the Convent High School won over Portsmouth Secondary School 20 goals to 16. Shooting for the Convent High School, Amira Eustache had 3 goals from 12 tries, and Chloe Gregoire 17 from 22 attempts. Shooting for the Portsmouth Secondary School, Stacey Henry 7 goals from 15 attempts, and Benjamin had 9 from 12. The Convent High School won 20 goals to 16. In the under-20 matchups, the Dominica State College B won over Northeast Comprehensive 53-14. Shooting for the Dominica State College B, Monique Edwards 14 goals from 23 attempts. Kenya John 15 from 21 tries. Rochelle Marshall 20 goals from 26 tries. And Natalia Dawe 4 from 6. Shooting for the Northeast Comprehensive School, Samuel had 3 goals from 6 tries. Laura 5 from 7. And Kaden Wilkinson had 6 from 9. In the other under-20 matchup, the Convent High School won over Portsmouth Secondary School 42 goals to 19. Shooting for the Convent High School, Gregoire had 20 goals from 28 tries. Didier had 21 from 41. Shamina Loda contributed 1 goal. And shooting for the Portsmouth Secondary School, Stewart had 11 goals from 19 attempts, and Benjamin 8 from 9. But let's bring you some cricket news now. We'll go to some cricket news. The West Indies batsman Shimron Hetmeyer says the team needs to execute better if they are to get themselves out of their current losing streak against South Africa. The Windies are trailing 2-0 ahead of today's 3rd and final T20. Hetmeyer says that the talent is there, but the players need to win the key moments of the match.
Honestly, I just think it's just for us to execute better. That's mainly what it is, really, because the skills and everything is already there. It's just for us to go out and put them into play, put them into practice mode, mainly when we're actually on the field and not when we're off the field. To just pinpoint and say, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that. But it's easier said than done. Yeah, I just think it's all about execution for us, really, because the guys know what they need to do. But it's easy, like I said, it's easier said than done earlier because of the fact that when good batters are at the crease, it's really difficult to actually get to consistently get it right, because of the fact that if you, like I said again just now, if you're off by just a little bit, they can punish you.
And that's the West Indies batsman Shimron Hetmeyer. The 3rd and final T20 gets underway at 12 o'clock. Today, Minsem Hetmeyer says he's excited ahead of the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, it's really, I think all World Cups are really important, to be fair. All games, all matches that I go to play, I would take them as serious as I possibly can. Although I'm always smiling, people think I'm not taking it seriously for some reason. But for me personally, I think it should be one to enjoy for me, because like right now I'm actually at the stage where I'm not as young as I used to be, so I'm getting up in age now, so I'm trying as much as possible when I'm there to enjoy my game as much as I possibly can and have my son at home to actually sit down and be like, oh, Daddy's doing well today. So I'm happy to just have that moment when I'm out on the field, and and just to do as much as I possibly can to help the team win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but I'm gonna try and do everything in my power that I can to see if we could get over the line.
And that's the West Indies batsman Shimron Hetmeyer. As far as I'm concerned, Hetmeyer may have returned to form. We wish him well. Of course, the West Indies, we wish you well as you go out into the 30-20 against South Africa. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports. Let's remind you, coming up at just around 8 o'clock, you don't want to miss Calypso Moments. Carlisle John Baptiste, The Gallery, and Duncan Stowe, and maybe one or two others will discuss the upcoming semi-finals tonight. They will play some of the Calypsos, I'm sure. They will want to play many more of the Calypsos than they did last week. Carlisle John Baptiste, The Gallery, and Duncan Stowe on the program Calypso Moments this morning on DBS Radio at 8 o'clock. And of course, you don't want to miss Ivona John Baptiste Luge and Nigel Francis connecting the dots on DBS. You don't want to miss Ivona and Nigel Francis as they connect to bring you the program. Of course, we will be bringing you a lot of activities over the weekend. In fact, you don't want to leave DBS at all throughout the weekend as we program with you in mind. That too is the DBS Morning News and Sports. On behalf of the News and Sports Department, of course, our link person, Joseph Fadul, Curtis Matthew saying good morning. Do have a very good weekend.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Mars Dominic 2026 starts with your NBD credit card.
Swipe and win.
Hey!
Swipe and win.
Just swipe and win.
We swipe, we swipe.
Use your NBD credit card or sign up for a new credit card and jump right in to win up to $2,500.
Swipe and win.
Visit nbddominica.com for more details. Promotion ends February 20, 2026. Terms and conditions apply.
Swipe and win. We swipe, we swipe in.
You're just listening to the morning's presentation of the news. Let's now bring you this morning's edition of the Insert of the Package. This morning's edition of the Insert of the Package brought you compliments of our good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low tow, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at aanalowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
And this morning's Insert of the Package will come from the morning news, where representative of the St. Joseph Events Committee, Winisha Sanderson, says the 2026 St. Joe Village Carnival will celebrate the vibrant and creative aspects of Dominica's carnival traditions. The event will kick off today from 2 p.m. The carnival will also feature bands from Roseau and St. Joseph.
This year's theme, Drumming and Sensei 2026, celebrates our African heritage, rhythm, and the traditional cultural elements that continue to define Carnival in St. Joseph. Patrons can expect a strong cultural showcase, vibrant costumes, and high-energy performances. The parade will assemble from 1:30 p.m. and begin promptly at 2 p.m., starting near V's Enterprise on the St. Joseph Highway, passing through Otrobando, and concluding near the St. Joseph playing field. This year's parade will feature several groups, including the St. Joseph Flag Wavers, GEMS, T-shirt bands locally, such as LOM, Laqua, 303, and Go Fast. We will also have the NBD Flag Wavers, Afroculture, and Newtown Stills Walkers, Bacchanal Ladies, Carifuna Group, Lapo Kabwi groups, and our